Look who's back. Look who's back. It's 99. Only took a month. That's a gift from some of my students. There's my plate. I got everything off of 21. Where is 21? Over there. I got everything off of 21 this morning, fueled it, cleaned it, etc. and returned her to the spare bus lineup. Now I'm back on 99. I haven't been, that went well, okay. I haven't been on a C2 in what feels like forever. I forgot that C had a tear in it, but whatever. Next service date, January 10th. Cool. So we have nothing at all to worry about. Other than my seat cushion trying to not... What the heck? Okay. See, now I'm trying to remember my old habits. Because I've had to unlearn my old habits for so long. Where's my paper towels? That's what I need to do. Come on, get back in your rhythm. All right. Open that. Walk around here. Open that. Kick that up because I can't stand those being down. Make sure that darn thing's not gonna fall open. Lift. The hood on this thing is so light, relatively speaking. And now I won't have to deal with belt slipping. Yeah, I never mentioned this on camera, but bus 21 had some severe belt slipping problems, so that every time you put the engine under severe load, aka just pushing the throttle, basically you either had to shut the air condition off, or you would slip the belt so badly that you would lose your alternator and lose your coolant pumps. As you can imagine, neither one of those is a good situation to be in. Now that stuff looks like it got washed. That part doesn't, but that bit there looks like it got washed off. Huh, maybe it did. All right. That's nice and stiff. That fan belt feels okay. All my hoses look good, wires look good. The mechanics literally just handed it back to me this morning. So, I haven't even driven it yet. I just came back from my morning route and I was like, oh, look what we have here. Sorry, that was a horrible accent. All right. That tire's fine, coolant's fine. That belt feels fine. I'm assuming the air filter's fine. Oh, it does have that thing in it. Huh. Now see, that looks like a new assembly. Almost. Or either they just did a really good job washing it off. Because, like, that bit hasn't been washed off, but that certainly has. Huh, maybe they had to do some tinkering. Alright, other than that, I think everything down here is good to go. You'll notice they refilled my gravel bin and wrote a smiley face that says, "Better days." I hope that's a good sign. So, with that in mind, we will get, what's up? We will get going. I still have not figured out why that happened, but you know what? Whatever, I don't even care. I am back in my own C2 after a month of being in the wrong bus. And I say a month because she broke like literally the Friday afternoon before Thanksgiving break, so we had Thanksgiving break, and then for 3 weeks, I've been driving internationals, and it's driving me insane. So yes, I'm glad to be back in my own C2. And I've even missed that sound. Oh, that's so nice. Back to having a good instrument panel. Strobes on, that's off, that's off. All right, let's see if I can get air condition. Not on that one because the dash fans are hit or miss. We'll try for the rear. Yeah, I forgot how loud the air conditioner was, but the engine's not loud, so I'll take that. Driver route. It is literally Wednesday the 18th, and this Friday is our last day before the break. So I got my bus back only to not be driving it for 2 weeks. 200,000 miles. All right, we'll leave that there. And we will go outside. Actually, let me make sure this is working. Yeah, it is. Right. Bada bing, bada boom. Doink. And doink. And I'll take this and go stick it back on the back. Lights look good. Back airbags have inflated. Cap. Go back here. I cannot tell you how much I have missed the back of this bus. I wish those would pulse. The stop signs do. I wish the top ones would pulse. But yeah, on 23 and 21, like nothing pulsed. So you just kind of had to deal with it. Where's my screwdriver? Come hither. No, not that. Nope. Yes. Give me a screwdriver. And I will spend the next 10 minutes of this video trying to install a license plate. Come on. If I can get them out far enough, I can move it with my hands. Can you just sit there for me? Thanks. Cool. There's the right side. Stick that in there. And I'll get the left side out. And all my lights are still going because I haven't walked around the front yet. Stick that in there, like so. Cool. Now I just tighten them back down. These tires are good. The left side's sitting slightly lower, or at least it looks like it is. But I don't much care. How's the front look? Good as always. And I already checked the front tires. My floor mat, magnet, everything's back in here now. I'm not sure why my broom is behind that seat, but okay. We will come down here, close that, kill that, submit the pre-trip. And it actually knows my route now because I'm not in a spare bus. Yay. Good. Turn that away, close that. Slide this way the heck back up. Apparently we had Slender Man in here working on the thing. My seat is not inflating. Okay. My seat is not inflating at all. It's not going down either. Cool. I guess I'm Oh yeah, it is. It went up slightly. Cool, I guess that's where I'm gonna have to stay. I forgot how low that mirror is. Actually, I tend to prefer it that way. The International is so high. All right, let me finesse these little wiggle wags, like so. I have no idea where my clicker is. I think it's somewhere in my bag. I kind of gave up using it, to be honest. All right, why will you not go in a straight line? Move, not that much. Move, there you go. All right, right side mirror's fine. God, I'm so glad to be back in a C2. What is that? Oh, that's my old route sheets. Which that can now go in here because turns out every time I'm about to have a sub, something on the route changes. But I'm not complaining because 2 of my bad boys got off. Yay. All right, let's go to the high school. Okay, 2 things I've noticed straight off the bat. 1, that seatbelt doesn't like to retract. And 2, my air ride seems to not really move at all. Which will be a stark contrast from 21 and 23 because their air ride is very bouncy. But anyways, right, release that. Stand on the brakes. Make sure that's fine. Make sure they grab. And away we go. I'm so glad to have this bus back. I do feel like I sit lower to the ground in a C2. I'm not sure if that's real or if I'm just imagining it, but it feels like I sit slightly lower than a CE300. I say that, I could be wrong, I don't know. Indicating, indicating, indicating. Brake pedal's a lot further down than I remember it being. And stiffer, which is fine. That just means I'm gonna mess it up the first couple times. That car is not very bright pulling out in front of a heavy truck. I'm also glad to have a wider steering wheel that is a little bit, it's not flat, but it's more flat than a CE is. The CE, the wheel's tilted more at you and it's slightly smaller in diameter, I think. Don't quote me on that, but it feels like it is. Although that could just be like a optical illusion from the way the dashboard is actually laid out. I could swear this feels very slightly bigger though. But maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. If I had a brain, I'd Google it. But the problem is, I have a brain, sometimes I don't use it. I'm also noticing how dusty the screen is. Dust everywhere. Move! There we go. Really just glad to be back in any C2, but specifically my C2. Does that sound slightly egotistical to claim it as yours when really the taxpayers pay for it? Yeah, maybe. So let me recount for you, right? Maybe I can bring the air down a little bit. Allow me to recount for you the full story of what the Bloody Mary actually happened to this bus. So in late May of 22, 24, so last school year. You'll remember the bus vlog I uploaded called Bus Tetris, and I was showing how all that worked. And you may remember from that video, I was in Spare Bus 36. You joined me aboard Spare Bus 36, and I mentioned it because 99's turbo went out. And this bus is having to sub for 99 because 99's turbo went out. So they replaced the turbo, the entire thing, over the summer. Which before then it was still on the original. It said 200,000 miles. I can't ask a whole lot more of it, so that didn't bother me. They replaced the entire turbo assembly. Come August, we now had the entire new kit was fitted out. I mean, and the bus would fly. I mean, in May, it kept gradually getting weaker and weaker and weaker until the point that it finally derated and started throwing warning lights at me. And that was pretty much how that ended. So come August, we've got the whole new thing. You know, the bus will absolutely fly. The acceleration's great. And then I get,
please wait under the driveway,
in about December-ish. And no, actually it was the end of November. So the day before Thanksgiving break, I drove the morning shift and then did not drive the afternoon shift because I was on a trip. Driving for a trip. So, turns out, the bus started derating and throwing warning lights at the sub driver. So they brought it in, and that was the video I posted where I couldn't find 99 and figure out where it was. And straight off the bat, I have no idea where 99 actually is. And that was the video where we got Spare Bus 23. Keys for our Spare Bus. We got 23 today. The warning lights tripped the computer. The computer was saying that the turbo actuator was dying, in the process of dying. And we thought, well, it shouldn't be. The thing is only 6 months old. Thankfully, it was still under warranty. So the manufacturer shipped us a brand new, the entire turbo assembly. So they were going to put that on. Well, they put it on, and the first time they cranked the bus up, there was smoke coming from somewhere. So they couldn't figure out what was going on, and they were still getting warning lights. So at that point, they're like, okay, this may not be a faulty part. It may be an electrical harness, electrical wiring, or some sensor's gone bad or something. In the process of laying on the ground under the bus, tracing these wires, they found a harness that was really old and decrepit. And they were like, aha, maybe this is where the faulty information is coming from. Now, I don't know the full details of how this happened, but somehow while they were trying to work on that, said electrical harness sparked and caught fire and attempted to burn one of the mechanics. So if I just take that turn right here, the guy was okay. He got out from under the bus and they were able to put it out fairly quickly. And I don't think a whole lot of damage was done. But as you can imagine, that delayed the process quite a lot. In amongst our mechanics just being naturally overworked as is. So the last bit of information I got was that all of that electrical problem was being overhauled and taken care of. The original second turbo assembly was reinstalled, and the third one is being kept as a backup in case something goes awry. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But yeah, apparently the second turbo didn't die, it was just electrical problems. Which, in, you know, full transparency, I've always known that 99 had electrical issues, or should I say gremlins. Like the backlighting on this switch panel occasionally doesn't work right. You know, the dash fans kind of come and go as they please. They don't necessarily obey the switch. I mean, I've known about little gremlins like that, but I didn't think it was anything that serious. And they told me when the harness caught fire, they said it could have happened while you were driving, which is not what I wanted to hear, because one of my biggest fears as a bus driver is onboard fire.
171 to Station 1, McKenna.
Because buses burn insanely quickly. We build them structurally strong. Will you shut up? We build them structurally strong for safety reasons, but the downside of that is that they burn rather quickly. So yeah, onboard fire terrifies me. So the thought of that happening while I was driving, not necessarily while I was driving, that's the issue, but while I could have had kids on, that part concerns me. But last I heard, everything was being fixed and rechecked to match safety standards. Yeah, so there's your life lesson for the day. If you have a school bus that's old, or even semi-old, check your wiring harnesses, because apparently when they get worn out, they like to catch fire. I know that now. I'm just glad it didn't happen while we were on board, and I'm also glad the mechanic didn't get hurt. But with all that taken care of, I was treated to a lovely surprise this morning of coming back to the yard and 99 being parked, ready to go in the main line. I had come back in and was intending to refuel 21 because I needed fuel anyway. That bus has a microscopically small tank. And so I came in, and as I was pulling into the fuel line, I just happened to look over and see 99 sitting there, and I was like, well, cool. I have to refuel to turn the bus in, and I was refueling anyway, so it worked out well. I refueled, swept it out, pulled 21 up next to 99. That's where I shot that reel with the Top Gun music as I was moving my stuff back over. And so now we're back on 99, and hopefully we can stay here. Hopefully. I've probably just jinxed it by saying that, but hopefully we can stay here. I did not get to roll 23 over 300,000 miles. I thought I was going to get to, until the entire door thing happens, and yeah, so I never did. I don't even know if it had it. Wow, that was good English. I don't even know if 23 has hit 300,000, because that bus was in and out of the shop right after I had it too, and I haven't seen it go out on any long runs. So maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. I don't know. All I know is I'm so glad to be back in a C2. Seriously. It reminds me of why I kind of classified myself as a C2 purist to begin with. Not that I don't like the second gen ICs. I do like them in their own way. But yeah, if I have to pick a bus to be on like permanently, forever and ever, till the end of time, amen. School buses anyway, I'm going with a C2. Now if we were talking charter coaches or transit buses or something, that'd be a little bit of a different story. But I'm gonna pull up right here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Welcome back to 99. Thank you very much for watching. Y'all have a great day. And I will turn my fast idle on, and then I will catch you in the next video. See ya!